In our last video, we learned how the sun is like a fuel to make our plants, our animals that get turned into our food that are our fuel for our body. Wouldn't it be great if we could use the sun as a fuel for our toaster and our cars too? Well, we actually can. That sunlight can be turned into electricity. Remember, that's a great way to move energy around, thanks to an invention called solar panels. Solar panels use the sun's light as fuel, and as a result, they make electricity, just like a power plant, only they do it without having to burn all of those dirty all of those dirty fossil fuels. So we can run our toaster or other things using the electricity made with light from the sun as fuel. There's another surprising way that we use the sun's light as fuel, which is when we use wind power. Now, it might not seem like wind power has anything to do with the sun, but the reason that the wind blows, the reason that we have wind, is because parts of the air have been heated up by sunlight. And so again, we have this light from the sun as a fuel causing wind, and we can use that to make electricity again, to power all of our things that we use every day. The sun is a much better source of energy. It's like a much better fuel than oil, coal, or gas. Because remember, we said that these ones, when they burn, they make a lot of pollution. The sun doesn't make pollution. And the sun, while it isn't unlimited, it's going to last for billions of years. So this is going to be around for a long time to come. Whereas fossil fuels, we're worried that we might run out within 100 years or even sooner, because those, once we use them up, they're gone. The sun will be around for billions of years. Now, there is one other source of energy that should be around for a long time that doesn't use fossil fuels and doesn't use the sun, and that is energy that we can get from the heat of like lava and volcanoes, and this is called geothermal energy. This is another fuel source that we could use, another energy source. Geo is like in geography or geology, and it means rocks, and thermal, like in thermometer, means heat. So we can use the heat from the melted rocks, from the lava and volcanoes and underground to make electricity, and this is another source of energy, another fuel that we can use. So stepping back, remember that one of our big goals for solving global warming was to use cleaner fuels. Well, that means that instead of using these fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas, which create a lot of pollution, instead we want to move as much as we can to using these renewable fuels. Or maybe a better way to say that, instead of renewable fuels, we can call them renewable energy sources, because a fuel is a place that we get our energy. So, in the questions that follow, you'll have a chance to answer some questions about what kinds of fuels would be renewable and what do we know about fossil fuels. And from there, now you're getting very close to being able to understand this idea of energy. So stay tuned.